When it comes to gas prices these days, you've probably seen stations charging several cents less per gallon if you pay with cash versus paying with credit. But here's a question. What if you choose to pay at the pump using your debit card? It is a check card. It means that it's like cash, of course, coming out of your bank account, but it also carries with it a swipe fee, which is commonly associated with a credit card. A viewer brought the question to my attention, so I did the legwork for you to get the somewhat surprising bottom line. The swipe is simple, but the question, well, that's a bit more complicated. At the gas pump, is debit cash or is it credit? So to find out, I took a debit card to a couple of area gas stations to see just how the prices ring up. First up, I hit the Sunoco station on Western Avenue near 155 in Guilderland. Here's the sign on the pump. It's $3.98 for a gallon of regular if you pay with cash, $4.03 if you pay with credit. I go ahead and swipe my debit card, and you see I am charged that higher credit price. From there, I drive up the road to another Sunoco station, also on Western Avenue, this one at Carmen Road. The price is here $3.99 if you use cash and $4.05 for credit. Again, I swipe using debit, and this time am given the lower cash price. So what gives?
Is there a right answer of how it should be charged?
It kind of falls right in the middle.
Ralph Bombardier is the executive director of the State Association of Service Stations.
The debit card carries with it a 2% hit on it as far as the charge for processing. The other credit cards, they carry a little bit more. So it all depends on the dealer, whether or not he wants to eat that or he wants to give it to his customer.
In other words, each owner can decide whether they force you to pay more and cover those swipe fees by charging you that higher price, or if they just lose that 2%.
Does that seem fair to you?
Well, you really have to make sure that you notify people of this. That's the biggest issue.
Senator Betty Little sits on the Chamber's Consumer Protection Committee and was unaware of the issue until I brought it to her attention.
I think this has really kind of just come up because there is the ability now to charge swipe fees. So it's actually buyer beware for sure.
Would you be willing to sponsor legislation this coming session to increase signage, to notify consumers?
Absolutely. If they're having a differential in price, they should have a signage so that people know what they're paying and not get caught in this.
Now, to be fair, I have seen one station that displays what they charge for debit, which, by the way, was the higher credit price, but that is it. So I will be staying on state lawmakers to make sure that they move on this to protect your bottom line. And hey, if there's something else that you'd like me to check out, send me an email about it. The address is thebottomline@cbs6albany.com.